Hello friends, this is Vishal Nadapra. Welcomes you in a lecture series of Operation Research in which we are studying a linear programming problem. From that, so far we had studied graphical method, maximization case with the help of simplex method, minimization case with the help of big M method. Today we are going to learn about minimization case with the help of two-phase method. The method itself indicates it has two different phases, in which phase 1 is a auxiliary phase and phase 2 is the real phase. So let's see how to solve a problem of minimization case with the help of two-phase method, in which we already seen a 5-stage method to solve any LPP, particularly with the help of tabular method, in which very first case is formulation, that is already done here. So we get the numerical in the form of equation. So first phase is already completed. Now we will move on the second stage, which is nothing but the standard form conversion, अथवा standard form of LPP. So in which we had to consider three things. First, objective function must be either minimization or maximization case. Right hand side of the constraint must be positive or say non-negative, and all the constraints are in the form of equation. So let's start. Say minimization z equal to x1 plus x2, we will keep it as it is, then subjected to constraint. First constraint is 2x1 plus x2, here it is an greater than or equal to sign. So left hand side of the equation it have some larger value. So we will add a surplus variable or subtract a slack variable. So let's say s1, it is a surplus variable, plus a1. So a1 is the artificial variable. When we add any surplus variable, we have to add artificial variable as per the requirement of the algorithm. If we do not this, then we get infeasible solution, and that is not desirable at all. So this is the first constraint, 2x1 plus x2 minus s1 plus a1 equal to 4. Second constraint is again greater than or equal to, so we have to subtract something from the left hand side. So x1 plus 7x2 minus s2 plus a2, so equal to 7. So this is the conversion of standard form of these two constraints. Now at last x1, x2, s1, s2, a1 and a2 all are greater than or equal to 0, that is non-negativity constraint. And after all, introduce all the slack variable and artificial variable we have described here. So all the slack variable and surplus variable with the help of zero coefficient, and all the artificial variable with the help of with the multiplication of 1, or say coefficient as a 1. So plus a1 plus a2. So this is the complete conversion into the standard form. But as we had seen in the last lecture, all the minimization problem must be converted into the maximization case to avoid the confusion. There is no any thumb rule that you have to convert, but you may go with the minimization case. But if you convert it into maximization case, it will help you to understand or remember. You have to remember only one method or one condition, which is optimality condition, which is Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. So here we will convert this problem into maximization case. So maximization Z star any other function than the Z equal to minus x1 minus x2, minus or plus doesn't make any difference with the when you add it with the 0 coefficient. So it is 0 s1 minus 0 s2 minus a1 minus a2. So this is the complete conversion of standard form. Now we will move on the solution. Before going on the solution, we must have to consider phase 1. Now in the phase 1, it is also called as a auxiliary phase. So in this case, phase 1, we will convert this objective function into a form where only artificial variable are present and any other variable are 0. So, in phase 1, any function maximize z star equal to only a minus a1 minus a2, because all the constraint we will neglect here for the phase 1 because it is an auxiliary phase. Now, after considering this, all the constraint, that is must be as it is, which is equal to 2x1 plus 2x2 minus s1 plus a1 equal to 4, and then x1 plus 7x2 minus s2 plus a2 equal to 7, and last non-negativity constraint x1, x2, s1, s2, a1, a2 greater than or equal to 0. Now, after converting this all problem into the auxiliary phase, now we will go for IBFS, which is our third step of solution. So, in the IBFS, we will put value of x1 equal to x2 equal to s1 equal to s2 equal to 0. Then what the solution we get? It is called as a IBFS, initial basic feasible solution. So, in this case a1 equal to 4 and a2 equal to 7. This is the initial basic feasible solution. Now, let's check whether this solution is optimal or not. For the check or for to check the optimality condition, we will go for a tabular method. So, let's have another table. So, in this case, we will make a table as usual for the auxiliary function, auxiliary phase. So, in which very first is to write or note down all the constraint, all variable x1, x2, s1, s2, a1 and a2, and lastly bj column, which is nothing but the value of this objective function. So, from the table and the left hand side basic variable or the basis column, and the left hand side of this basis column coefficient of basic variable, and above that coefficient of basic variable of all these variables from the objective function. So, here keep in mind, in this case or until we will not complete the phase 1, our objective function is this auxiliary objective function, which is maximize z star equal to minus a1 minus a2. So, here coefficient of objective function of all these are 0, say x1, x2, s1, s2, and for a1 and a2 it is a minus 1. Now, in second further case, we will consider two basic variable about which we get some solution in the previous solution, which is IBFS. So, here a1 and a2 both are basis variable or basis simply, and then from the constraint we will complete the whole table, say 2, 1, minus 1, 0, 1, 0, and right hand side is 4. And for the second constraint it is 1, 7, 0, for S2 it is minus 1, A1 is 0 and 1, and right hand side is 7. And the coefficient of basic variable in the objective function is minus 1 and minus 1. Now, check Cj minus Zj value for the whole problem. So, for the Cj minus Zj value, first calculate Zj as usual method. So, 2 multiplied by minus 1 into 1 multiplied by minus 1, and sum of both this value. So, 2 minus 1, 1 minus 1, so minus 2 minus 1, it is minus 3, 1 and 7, so minus 1, minus 7, minus 8, minus plus 1, 0, so it is 1, it is plus 1, it is minus 1, it is minus 1, here it is minus 11. Now, calculate Cj minus Zj value. So, for Cj minus Zj value, Cj is 0 here, so it is 3, 8, minus 1, plus 1 and plus 1, and the value of objective function is minus 11 here. So, what is our requirement? for the maximization case, all the Cj minus Zj, all Cj minus Zj value must be less than or equal to 0. This is our optimality condition. But here there are two value which is non-negative as well as non-zero value. So when there are more than one value, we have to choose a value which have a higher amount or maximum value. So consider this variable, say x2, as an incoming variable in the next table, and for calculation of the outgoing variable, we must have to check about the theta. Theta is nothing but the here basis column or the value of bj column divided by x2 value. So here bj is 1 bj is 4 divided by 1, so it is 4 here, and here for the a2 7 divided by 7, so it is 1, and choose the minimum ratio. So minimum ratio is 1 here. Then according to the this ratio, a2 is the variable which will out from the basis or basic variable column, and according the row is called as a key row, and this is the key column, and 7 is the key element here. Now we will move on the second stage. For the second iteration or second stage, you can do the same thing as we have done previously. Say make another table, or if you don't want to another table, then you can go directly with this by keeping this as a constant or this as it is. So for that a1 is here as it is, and for a2, instead of a2 we will write x2, and for the coefficient of these two variable is -1, and for x2 is 0 here. And to get the value of all this in this element, we first start with the key column. In the key column, instead of key element, just note down 1, and any other element other than is 0. And for the key row, divide all element divided by key element, so which is here 7. So here it is an 1 by 7, here is 7 by 7 1, it is 0 by 7, it is 0, minus 1 by 7, so it is here minus 1 by 7, 0 by 7, 0, 1 by 7, and 7 by 7 is 1 here. Now for any other all element, we must have to go for equation which is new element equal to old element minus corresponding key row element multiplied by corresponding key column element divided by key element. So for the first case, if we see, then we get the equation like this for this element, new element equal to old element 2 minus 1 multiplied by 1 divided by 7. So it will be a 2 minus 1 by 7. So it will be a 13 by 7 like this. So here the element will come as a 13 by 7. Now at this point it will be a minus 1 multiplied by 0 into 1. So it will be a minus 1 again. It is 0, 0 minus 1, so it will be a plus 1. So it will be a 1 by 7. And for the a1, it is 1 minus 0, so 1 is as it is. Now here one thing is important to note, that when artificial variable is in basis, and if at any stage it will leave the basis, you need not write to here in this table. So in this table we can neglect this column, because as a2 first appear in this column and in the basis, and after second completion of first iteration, in the second iteration it will leave the basis column. So when it leaves the basis column, you can neglect from the main table. So here we will neglect this column, and for the remaining element, say here it is a 4. So for the value of 4, it will be a 4 minus 7 into 1, so it is 7 divided by 7, so it will be a 3. So here the value in the bj column is 3. Now we get the another solution equal to, say a1 equal to 3 and x2 equal to 1. Now we will check for optimality, say here zj, and after that cj minus zj. For zj it is 13 by 7 minus 1, so it is minus 13 by 7. And here 0 into 0, and here it will be a 0, here plus 1, here minus 1 by 7, here it will be 1 minus 1, so it will be a minus 1, no need to write here anything, 3 minus 1, minus 3 and 0. So our objective function value is increased up to minus 3 from minus 11. Now calculate Zj minus Cj. So for calculation of Cj minus Zj, this multiply by, Cj here 0 minus 13 by 7, so it is plus 13 by 7, 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 1, minus 1, 0 minus 1 by 7, so it will be plus 1 by 7, here minus 1 minus 1, it will be 0, and here need not to write anything. Now after considering of Cj minus Zj, let's check the condition. All Cj minus Zj must be less than or equal to 0. Here only one element which is a non-zero or positive. Say 13 by 7 with the for the x1 say a decision variable. So according to this column is a key column, and to getting outgoing variable, and this will be an incoming variable. For calculation that outgoing variable, we must have to calculate theta. That theta is nothing but the bj column. Here it is the bj column divided by x1 column. So here x1 column. So 3 divided by 13 by 7. So it is 21 by 3 divided by 13 by 7, 21 by 13, and 1 divided by 1 by 7, it is a 7. So from these two value we must have to select the minimum value, and obvious here it is at 21 by 13 is the minimum value. So according to this value, the variable is a1, and a1 will leave the basis in the next table, and according to this row will be a key row, and this is the key column, and 13 by 7 is the key element. So in the next table or the next iteration, a1 will leave the basis, and instead of a1, x1 is enter here. So let's move on the next table, which is here like this. We have to note down everything here. So first x1, x2, s1, s2, a1. No need to write a1 or a2 here, because already that is gone out of the basis. So we will write only bj value here direct, and then here basis column, in the basis column instead of a1, x1 will be there. So x1 and x2, and coefficient of basic variable in the objective function, which is 0, 0 over here, and here 0, 0, 0 and 0. And to calculate all the value, we must start with the key column, which is here equal to 13 by 7 and 1 by 7. Instead of key column 1, remaining all element 0. Then for the key row, the all element divide by key element. So here 0 divided by anything, 0 minus 1 by 13 by 7, so it is minus 7 by 13. Here instead of 1 by 7 divided by 13 by 7, so it is 1 by 13 here. Now for the remaining for bj value, here for the bj value it is 3 divided by 13 by 7, so it will be a 21 by 13. 3 divided by 21 by 13. Now for the remaining all element, here it will be a old element 1 multiplied by 0, so it will be 1 only. Here this is 1 minus 0 and 0, so it will be a 1. Here 0 minus plus 1 by 7 divided by 13 by 7. So 7 will cancel out, and the value is 1 by 13 only. Now for this element minus 1 by 7 minus 1 by 7 into 1 by 7 divided by 13 by 7. So it will be a minus 1 by 7 here. Old element is minus 1 by 7 minus 1 by 7 multiplied by 1 by 7 multiplied by 7 by 13. 7 cancel out, and 1 by 7 if we take common, then it will be a 1 plus 1 by 13. Okay, so this is equal to minus 1 by 17 multiplied by 14 by 13. So it will cancel out, and 2, the answer is minus 2 by 13. So here we get the value of minus 2 by 13, and for the calculation of this x2 and bj element, it will be a, in the bj column, here it is a 1 old element minus 3 times 1 by 7 multiplied by 7 by 13. 7 cancel out, it will be a 1 minus 3 by 13, so it will be a 13 by 10 by 13. So here we get a value of 10 by 13. So by this way we get the complete table. Now we will move on to check the value of check the this result we get this solution, whether it is optimal or not. So first calculate Zj and then Cj minus Zj value. So for calculation of Zj, 1 multiplied by 0 plus 0 multiplied by 0, and here both are 0, so everywhere it is 0, and here also is all are 0 here. So important thing is here the value of objective function z, and the value we get here, this is the objective value of the objective function z, and which is 0 here, which is again larger in comparison with the previous table, which was minus 3. So here the maximization z is 0. Now there are 3 conditions occurs here. After completion of the phase 1, when you get the all the desired condition, which is here all Cj minus Zj must be less than or equal to 0, then the important thing is to check the condition. There are 3 cases may occur. Case number 1, when this value of the z is equal to 0, and value of the z is value of the z is 0, then say it is optimality condition achieved. Now the condition number 1 is may create that if artificial variable is present in basis column or basic variable column. If this present, then there are 2 possible conditions are there. If it is present with a positive value or with a 0 value. Now how to check the value? Say if a1 is here, then the value of this is in the bj column. If artificial variable present in the basis with the positive value, then this problem does not have an optimal solution, and terminate the process here, and terminate the process, because there is not a feasible solution or feasible optimal solution for this case. Whereas if the artificial variable is present with the 0 value, say for the variable say a1 or a2 or any artificial variable, the value of z is 0 in the bj column, then this problem might have a optimal solution and go for phase 2. So just start the phase 2. And if second case, if the artificial variable does not present in basis variable column or simply a basis, then go for phase 2. Then directly go for phase 2. So in 2 cases you have to go for base 2, and in the case where artificial variable is present in the basis with some positive value, in that case this problem does not exist an optimal solution, and terminate the process, or it is simply also called as a infeasible solution. So here we get a solution say x1 equal to 21 by 13 and x2 equal to 10 by 13. Now again check this problem or this solution for optimality, but to check the optimality we have to go for a phase 2. In the phase 2, what you have to consider, just in the previous case where we have considered all the variable equal to 0, and in this case here in the case phase number 1, in the phase number 1 we have considered all the value, say x1, x2, s1, s2 equal to 0, and we will consider only two artificial variable, say a1, a2 in the auxiliary phase. Now in phase number 2 or in the phase 2, consider all the problem as it is, and in this case make a table to check for optimality. So for optimality check, as our usual method, first is the basis, then x1, x2, s1, s2, and lastly bj column, and left hand side of this b coefficient of basic variable, and above this row coefficient of basic variable in objective function. But keep in mind, now our objective function is original objective function, this objective function maximize z star is equal to minus x1, minus x2, minus 0 s1, minus 0 s2, minus plus doesn't matter here because coefficient is 0. So put the value from this table, we get here, say for x1, x2, maximize z star, for x1 it is minus 1, x2 it is again minus 1, s1 is coefficient is 0, and here is also 0. Now consider take the value from the above table, which is here x1 and x2, coefficient of basic variable now change, which is equal to minus 1 and minus 1 here, and remaining all the value put as it is, say 1 0 0 1, minus 7 by 13, 1 by 13, 1 by 13, minus 2 by 13, and bj value 21 by 13 and 10 by 13. Now calculate zj value. So zj value is here 1 into minus 1, so it will be a minus 1, and 0, so it will 0 and minus 1 for both. Here minus 7 by 13 minus plus 7 by 30, so let's have a calculative page here. So here minus 7 by 13, so it is plus 7 by 13 minus 1 by 13, so it is 6 by 13 here. Here minus 1 by 13 minus plus 2 by 13, sorry here 13, so it will be again plus 1 by 13, and lastly minus 21 by 30 plus 21 by 13 minus 10 by 13, so it is minus 31 by 13. So here it will be a minus 31 by 13 value of z here. So x1 equal to x2, now calculate cj minus zj value. Now for the cj minus zj value, here it is minus 1 minus minus 1, so it will be 0 minus 1 minus 1 0, minus 6 by 13 minus 1 by 13. So here cj minus zj value, or the all cj minus zj must be either less than or equal to 0. So we get the optimality condition, and optimality condition is achieved here. So our solution will become, so our solution may be like this. Let's write here, say the value of this basis variable column, say here x1 equal to 21 by 13 and x2 equal to 10 by 13. So this is our objective function, and value of z star equal to here minus 31 by 13. But here keep in mind, this is the z value of the z star. Our original problem is minimization z here. Minimization z equal to minus of maximization z, or in other terms also we can write, say minimization z equal to minus of maximization of z star. So it will be a answer here is minus 31 by 13. Sorry, plus 31 by 13. So this is the value of objective function, minimize z equal to 13 by 13. So by this way we can solve a problem of minimization case with the help of two-phase method. And lastly, this is the solution. Let's summarize what we have done here. Say first we started with conversion of into the standard form, and we had gone for two phases. In the phase 1 we have taken only artificial variable, so it is also called as auxiliary function, and then we get optimal solution or optimality condition for the phase 1. And after phase 1 we have considered three conditions. If the artificial variable is present in basis with the positive value, then the problem does not have any optimal solution or feasible solution, then terminate the problem. If artificial variable is with the help of with zero value, then go for the phase 2, and if artificial variable doesn't present in the basis, then go for phase 2 as the case may be here. So that is all for friends. Thank you.